Central.
Yes, to land this. Mr. Walter Gretzky. How are you, sir?
Oh, I'm fine. I'm still standing beside you.
Wow. Take two. I'll just go ahead and pinch me. Go on now. They're craft when 48-foot wooden schooners, the traditional kind.
I'm Stephanie Beaumont. Welcome to CNB Scene, the show that celebrates all the people, places, and things that make the four Atlantic provinces so very special. From Nova Scotia to New Brunswick, Prince Edward Island to Newfoundland and Labrador, we take you to where the action is. And that's why we're in Halifax to see these guys. When CBC announced that Republic of Doyle was renewed for a sixth season, fans rejoiced. Twitter was ablaze and all was right with the world. And just like he promised in our Toronto chat...
Well, you know what I'm going to try to do, seeing how I'm going to be in town anyway. I think I'm going to...
Putting it out there now.
Yeah, oh yeah, no, I'm definitely...
Okay, good.
I'm committed to it. I'm putting together some kind of event, so hopefully maybe some other Doyle cast members could be with me.
That time is now, and he's brought his beautiful co-star Kristen Pellerin with him to meet and greet the greatest of supporters. Over the course of the next half hour, we'll talk to them both, plus we'll play a fun round of Do You Know Doyle with some serious fans of the series, and we'll get the scoop on the venue for today's festivities, a great new spot in Halifax, the Stubborn Goat. Plus, we've got a lovely gift up for grabs in our TV Free Stuff segment, something very apropos given the great romance Jake and Leslie have shared over the years. I love it. We can't do anything, though, before we start. First things first, with the man himself, Mr. Alan Hocko. This is a rapid fire now, if you're ready.
Yeah.
All 5 questions are about firsts in your life. Here we go. First car. Do you have a car, Alan, or no?
I only got my first car 4 years ago, and it's not a car, it's a truck. So I was
Is that
just
true?
Yeah, because
What did you do, walk?
I walked everywhere, and I stole my father's car, and I stole my mother's car, and you know what? I think the GTO, honestly, is the first. I'm not joking. I think it's the first car that I ever really kind of owned.
Nice. Well, you're going to own one.
I used to drive a lot, but I just never. And I lived in Toronto for a lot of years, and you didn't need a car there.
And parking, oh my God, hey?
Yeah.
Kill ya. All right, first job.
First job was I was an Evening Telegram paper boy when I was 9. And I didn't stop working from the age of 9 to really when I graduated theater school. I worked like every job you can think of, on farms and making furniture, and all before I was like 16.
You're a Renaissance man.
Well, I don't know about that. I don't even know what that means. No, I'm just kidding.
Okay, first sports team you ever played for?
Ghouls Pacers.
The what now?
Ghouls Pacers. It's like the hockey team in the Ghouls.
Oh, it's hockey. Okay. Where did you go on your first ever date?
My backyard. In the Ghouls.
Is it romantic there?
It was kind of romantic. It was my first kiss, so I kind of see that as like my first date.
Oh, how about I'm talking like dinner and a movie, no?
Oh, and not when I was like 10.
You were 10 when you first kissed a girl?
Well, the first girl that ever kissed me, I was 3 years old, and I'll never forget it.
Oh, right. It's Joanna, isn't it?
Yeah. How did you know? I told you that, did I?
No, well, I asked you about your first crush.
Yeah. It was Joanne, yeah.
You should see his eyes. If we had a camera shooting this way, he like lights up.
I got scared there for a minute because I was like...
The restraining order is still on, Stephanie.
She saw it somewhere, yeah. I saw her recently. She's still very pretty.
Is she?
Yes.
Oh, all right. And now you and I talked about this in Toronto just briefly and how you haven't done it in a long time, but can you remember your first audition ever?
Yeah, probably my first real audition ever was for the National Theatre School. I auditioned for a couple of things before that really badly. Like I auditioned for the Atlantic Theatre Festival here in Nova Scotia. I auditioned for the what's the festival in Wolfville?
Anyone?
Auditioned for that for Michael Botry. He used to be the artistic director, and ultimately National Theatre School.
And you nailed it.
And I got in. Yeah, I got in.
Nice. All right, that's it. We got a big event going on.
Cool.
We're glad we're here.
I'm glad we're here.
I'm glad I'm here.
Yes, I am glad you're here too.
Oh, man.
I'm soon going to have to give that fella a co-starring credit on CNB Scene. If you haven't had a chance to check out our extended Toronto chat,
please do. It's over 14 minutes on everything from the heart-pounding Season 5 finale to his recent return to his own company theater's production of Belleville. Alan's partner for today's events has just taken her own turn at live theater, although it's something that Kristen Pellerin has been doing most every year for a while now. She's been kind enough to share her on-stage adventures on cnbscene.com in our exclusive feature, The Pellerin Post. How lovely for us that we can find out on camera today just how much fun she's been having in her most recent role.
It's exciting. I just came back from Vancouver and did a musical, and a musical called Floyd Collins with Patrick Street Productions, and that was it was fantastic. We were on a different side, the whole other side of the country, and
It's a different vibe, right? Don't you find?
Yeah, West Coast vibe.
Yeah.
It's beautiful there.
Yeah.
Really it was just great to be there for the winter, especially.
We have your Pellerin Post, which shows all the beautiful flowers that have already come out over there.
Yeah, that was on the street that I was living on, and that was in March or something.
Yeah.
So
Well, there's snow in Newfoundland right now, so let's not.
I know, we just had snow yesterday or the day before.
Doesn't seem right. But anyway, okay, so let's talk about this, Kristen, because you've got, and we've sort of touched on it way back in the day. You and I talked about theater versus television. But you found this wonderful balance, and you've incorporated the musical side in it. Mm-hmm. Is there anything that you love more about one than the other, or?
I really love theater, especially I find it really fuels the work in television in a really important way. Yeah.
How? What do you mean?
I just think it's a great, it stretches you in such a great way, and I just feel really alive there, and I find that they feed off each other, like television and theater, and especially music, like singing and music particularly. I feel so happy when I get to do that. So
I find daunting just even thinking about it, remembering it all. Is that ever a big deal? Because it's not like you can stop the take. You know, you're out there. Like, how is that for you?
You just sort of hit the ground running, and I sort of don't think about it except the moments when it happens.
Oh.
And you mess up or blank for a split second that feels like half an hour, but then you don't even think about it. You just keep going. You keep barreling through it. But that's not the hardest part. I find like connecting to the text is the hardest part, and that's part and parcel with the memorizing. But
you love this character.
Yes, I do. Yeah, very, very much.
I want to talk to you about the finale, because a lot of people out there were rocked. And I talked to your co-star, Alan Hocko, and we were talking about the finale. Look at this. That's how sad we were. How were you when you watched that finale of Republic of Doyle, all put together, music and everything? What was your reaction?
That was just heart-wrenching at the end. And the way that they cut it together and the song that they used and the look on Alan's face, and then everybody, the cops coming and everybody being in slow motion.
Did you cry? Did you cry? Because Alan cried. Photobomb. Video bomb, Alan Hocko. No, none of my interviews are complete without him coming in. He's sweet. Sweet. Yeah. Okay, so let's get back to the heart-wrenching season finale of season 5. So
yeah, it definitely brought tears to my eyes. I feel like I know that I'm on the inside of it, but for the I feel for the characters, and I feel for him, and it's just devastating.
Yeah,
I mean,
it was. I was a wreck. Okay, so let's talk about it. You feel close to the character. Are you claustrophobic? Like, how did they do that?
I didn't think I was, and people were calling me and asking me if I was, and I was like, no, I don't think so. And then the day that we were leading up to it and preparing, because there was no dialogue,
right,
and just preparing mentally, I kind of felt really, it started occurring to me that I might be. And then after the fact and the whole filming it the next day, I did have a bit of a
panic attack?
a bit of a panic, like after effect of feeling the walls kind of closing in on me. And that came out of nowhere at noon the next day, and that was like, I had no idea that was
kind of method when you think about it.
Yeah, sort of like a delayed reaction. You're just sort of so focused on doing it, and then you realize you're actually really affected by it physically.
Alan Hocko and I have had this conversation. I find Kristen Pellerin like a little tiny flower, and it's true. And you were this fierce force in season 5. Like, where did that come from? It's just...
the writing. I mean, they write her so strong, and they write such good material and character to work with that you just feed off of that.
Yeah.
And you feed off of the other people in the room.
And what a family you guys are.
I know, I love everybody very much.
And you're back in season 6?
I don't know. I'm not sure. I don't know. I can't say.
Well, maybe she's not willing to let us in on Leslie's life, but Kristen's got no problem giving us the inside scoop where she's concerned. We'll have a fun round of Insights in 10 with the Mount Pearl girl coming up later in the show. Plus, we'll play Do You Know Doyle trivia with the fans at today's event. And coming up after the break, we'll dish on our tasty surroundings and toast to the day, which also happens to be Open Halifax. Restaurants all over the city have invited folks to come and sidewalk sample their stuff. Fortunately for us, the Stubborn Goat has live music too. As we head to break, here's a lovely tune from Nova Scotia-born singer-songwriter Chelsea Edgett, accompanied by Joe Butcher. We'll be right back.
Dip under atmosphere, pieces melt together here when atoms will collide. When teardrops fill your eyes, Earth will shift beneath our feet, and stars will call the tide. It's all alright.
At CNBC, we're all about the Atlantic provinces, and since we went live online back in June of 2010, Republic of Doyle has been a big part of our celebration. It's great we now broadcast about their success here on Community One, and on CNBC.com you'll find all kinds of features and videos, on-set visits, and one-on-one chats. I gotta tell you, now that the show is televised in near 100 markets around the world, it's amazing to see the variety of visitors to our site who love Republic of Doyle as much as we do. And it's a great way to show off the other places and personalities of Canada's East Coast, folks like CBC radio host and author Stephanie Domet, who just happens to be the moderator for today's Doyle event. We'll be featuring Stephanie in an upcoming episode of SABStv, so stay tuned for that, and stay tuned for lots more Doyle doing on this show too. But while Alan and Kristen are answering questions with the crowd, let's get the scoop on the Stubborn Goat.
Well, we love that you've used an old part of Halifax and made it new. Now, what was this place?
This was a fire station many years back. It's had a few other businesses since then.
Yeah.
But we kind of feel like what we've done here has kind of revitalized a little bit of the downtown. You know, more businesses are coming in, and it's good to see something new and something that's historic.
Indeed. Okay, and now, and the food, can I just say, like, who's making it up and who? I mean, it's amazing.
We have a very talented crew here,
Yeah.
but we focus a lot on Nova Scotian ingredients,
Yes.
and we don't confuse them. You know, we have very few items in it, so if it's a broccolini dish or a local vegetable, we let it speak for itself.
Broccolini. He threw that in there, so I'd be like, wow.
A little bit, maybe.
Yeah, it's impressive. If you could turn your attention that way, you're stocked. Hey, and you're carrying a lot of the locals, which I love too.
We got an awesome beer thing going on in Nova Scotia now.
Yeah.
You know, it used to be, the select ones that you would drink, but now it's like choice after choice. So we do Cask Fridays every Friday, and so it's a new beer. You never know what it's going to be until you open up the cask, and they're all made locally. So
Nice.
it's fantastic.
And I love the little flights that you give. Now, what's that about?
You know, you don't want to be caught down to one. So this way you get to kind of go through all 18 beers that we have on tap and try a little bit of each one until you find the right one.
I may never leave, Guy.
I find myself here more often than I should be as well. So.
Welcome to an all-new Insights in 10 Redux, starring superstar of stage, screen, and whatnot, Kristen Pellerin. Kristen, are you ready for this?
Yes.
The questions have changed.
Okay.
4 categories.
Great.
Would you like a blank choosing of the categories, or would you like to know the
I pick
categories?
them?
You could pick the envelopes without knowing, or I could go off through the categories and you could pick whichever one makes you happy.
Okay, list the categories.
All right, very good. We've got science and nature. We've got sports and leisure, entertainment, and life and love.
Life and love.
Oh, wow. Okay, very good. That's what Alan picked when he did it. The questions have changed. They've been tailored specifically for you, Kristen Pellerin, so we know a little bit more about you. Rapid fire, if you will. Dance club or cozy cafe?
Cozy Cafe.
Okay. Which teacher would you say made the greatest impact on your life?
My theater and music teacher.
Name?
Combined. There are 3 of them. Tolson Barrington, Terry Howlett, and Jacinta Graham.
Shout out. Nice. Okay. One side of the mattress or pretty much all over?
All over.
Who's been the most influential person in your life?
Most influential person? That's such a, I'm not sure.
You could pick anybody.
Anybody at all?
Could be Oprah. She watches this, but there's no pressure.
Oprah. Next.
Okay, we're passing. Have you ever been on a blind date?
Not on a blind date, no.
What do you mean?
Like, not on a blind date, but going out with somebody that I hadn't known like I had met through a friend or anything like that, but not
So it was
blind.
a setup, but
not a completely blind date, no.
Okay, fair enough. Where do you stand on greeting cards?
Greeting cards, like...
Do you buy them? Do you send them? Is it important to you? Do you spend hours at the thing?
I think a really nice, like a thoughtfully written card is sweet.
Okay. Sweet. If you could change your first name to any other name, what would you change it to?
I like my middle name, so I like Josephine or Joe or something maybe, but even then I don't even know if I'm really feeling that.
All right, very good. What's the most romantic movie ever?
Most romantic movie ever would be, I'm thinking like Sleepless in Seattle. That's good.
All right, cat or dog person?
Cat.
And finally, if you could switch places with one person for one day, who would you switch places with?
Who would I switch places with? I think like a 5-year-old. I don't know.
No responsibility.
No responsibility.
Tons of fun.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. And now you know a little bit more about the wonderful person that is Kristen Pellerin. You're nice.
Oh, you're nice.
Oh my God. I'll pay you later.
We've played it on set with the entire cast, pitted our top 2 scorers off against one another, and now it's time for the fans to ask themselves, do you know Doyle? Well, actually, I'm the one asking the questions and everybody wins, but still, it's fun to say, do you know Doyle? With that echoey thing. So anyway, here we go.
When we first see Jake and Des as this series begins, what's happening?
At the first series?
Very first episode.
Oh my God, I can't remember.
No.
I think Des is spray painting something.
Yes.
Oh, Des was doing graffiti. He was spray painting on stuff, and Jake catches him and like chases him and stuff like that. Yeah.
In season 2, Rose Miller marries Malachi Doyle. Where does their ceremony take place?
At the Duke? No.
They held it at Malachi at the house, at Malachi's house.
Yes.
Yes.
They get married in their home.
In the house.
In what room?
The living room.
In season 1, episode 111, A Horse Divided, Jake has a dream. Nikki is walking down the aisle as a bride. His mother is the priest. Who is playing the organ? Leslie. Yes.
Leslie.
Yes.
Yes.
Ding, ding. Broadcast journalist and former Canada AM host Seamus O'Regan once guest starred on The Republic of Doyle. What did he do?
That sounds familiar. What did he do?
What's your name, sir?
Mark Jones.
Yes. Mark from the outside. Super. Okay, very good.
And Mark Jones. Bye-bye. Woo!
There's something very unique about the Doyle fridge. Can you describe it?
No, I can't. I don't remember.
Oh, it's like a bar fridge, and it's got the Republic of Newfoundland colors on the side.
Nice. Okay. Yeah. I'm going to give you a series of names, character names. These actors have appeared as that character in multiple episodes.
Okay.
You tell me the actor's name.
Okay.
I'll tell you the character's name. Okay. Ned Bishop.
Is the guy from This Hour Has 22 Minutes.
Oh, I know. It's the comedian. Oh,
Mark Fritz.
What was it?
Mark Critch.
Mark Critch. I know he plays hockey with them too. I've seen stuff. But
Kevin Crocker.
Paul Gross.
Yes. Maurice Becker.
Gordon Lightfoot.
Maurice Becker.
Was Gordon Pinson.
Yes. Okay, very good. Try it again.
Try it again. What's his last name again? Pinson. Lightfoot's a singer.
Wow. All right, I'm
really
kidding.
excited right
That's
now.
very good. Okay. Karl Marr.
Oh, I remember him. He was the rich guy that was bad. I don't know the name.
Sean Doyle.
Yes, that's correct. In how many seasons does Des appear shirtless?
3? Maybe 2?
Yes, that's correct.
That's about it.
That's
Yeah.
it. In how many seasons do we see Des Courtney shirtless?
How many seasons? Let's say maybe 4? I was gonna say 3.
2.
Oh, we need more of Des with no shirt.
Amen. Amen.
That's the answer.
Amen. How many seasons has Jake Doyle appeared shirtless?
Probably every single one.
All of them, thank God.
How many seasons do we see Jake shirtless?
Everyone.
I know, right?
I love it.
And now it's time for you to get in on the winning. Just like our Do You Know Doyle contestants, you'll score a CNBC t-shirt along with a lovely prize from our great friends at Village Pottery on Prince Edward Island. Now in their 41st season, Daphne Large and her daughter Suzanne Scott are busy creating incredibly lovely pieces at their new London studio and gallery. I asked them for something truly reflective of Jake and Leslie's love, so we're pleased to present this gorgeous handcrafted heart. It's set on a silver chain and completed by a sweet starfish charm, reminiscent of both the Great Atlantic Ocean and the stars they've become. I love it, and I'd love you to win it. All you need to do is tell us who video bombed our interview with Kristen Pellerin earlier in the show. Once you know it, hit the website at cnbc.com, click on the TV Free Stuff button, and submit your answer. Good luck to ya, and we'll be right back with a bonus Insights in 10 from our favorite junior PI. We're celebrating here at CNBC. In addition to being on TV and online, we're now in print. We've teamed up with the wonderful folks at Atlantic Business Magazine to shine the spotlight on the world of entertainment here on the East Coast of Canada. After 25 years of doing what they do so well, we couldn't be prouder to be part of the team. Our first feature was published in their Top 50 CEO issue out now. And if you're a Canadian resident, you can sign up for a free subscription on their website at atlanticbusinessmagazine.com. And here in Halifax, we're celebrating another season of Republic of Doyle. And before stars Alan Hocko and Kristen Pellerin get back to set for their 6th installment, we're thrilled they've made a pit stop to meet and greet the fans. And while they're busy at that, we'll flash back to one of our most popular videos on the site. Filmed back in 2012 at the Real Duke of Duckworth, here's Mark O'Brien's Insights in 10 Redux. Entertainment? Really?
Let's do it.
Really?
Let's do it.
All right, here we go. These are 10 questions now designed, and these were specifically written for Mark O'Brien.
Really?
Yes.
And I gotta go fast?
You have to go fast.
I like the fast part.
Best game show ever.
Oh, Jeopardy.
Jennifer Garner or Jennifer Love Hewitt?
Oh, Jennifer Love Hewitt in 1998.
Party of Five?
Yeah.
Oh, I love that show. Were you even born then?
Yeah, I was one.
I'm so kidding, but not really. Star Trek or Star Wars?
Oh man. Neither.
Really?
Yeah. Oh, I gotta Star Trek. Oh, I like the J.J. Abrams one. That was good.
On TV?
The newer one was like all these lens flares. It was bright and.
So you just liked it from a directorial standpoint, not so much a.
Yeah, that makes me sound
prosper.
good.
What is it? Can you do it at least? Live long and prosper?
That's a thing. That's Star Wars.
Nope. Star Trek.
Whoops.
Well, we'll move on to our next role. What was your first ever acting role?
My first ever, it was a play in high school called Images of War, which wasn't even a play, it was like 6
Were
minutes.
there quotation marks around it like that?
Probably. There was probably like 3
Images
sets of
War?
quotation marks.
Was it a drama?
It was Images of War, and I got shot. There was no speaking, and I go up and I have like my loved one, and I'm like seeing her off, and we're like, oh, bye, but we're not speaking. And the whole like school watched it, and then I get shot, and I'm like, oh, like a la Willem Dafoe and Platoon, which I probably mirrored exactly because I didn't know what I was doing. I was like, and everyone was like, oh, great. And that was 3 people doing that.
And
the rest were like, oh, man, what a loser.
Is that when you caught the bug?
That was when I caught the stomach flu bug, for the first time.
I set you up there.
Yeah,
for
thank
that
you.
One.
That
All
was
right.
nice.
Favorite stand-up comedian ever?
Dave Chappelle.
Really?
Dave Chappelle, man. He's the best.
Interesting.
Yeah.
What was the last CD you ever purchased?
Ooh. What was the last CD I ever purchased? Common's new album. I can't remember the name
You're
of
a
it.
big music guy.
I love music,
Yes.
and I love hip hop. I love rap and hip hop
Right.
a lot. And Common's new CD, the Dreamer, the Believer, unbelievable.
I say Kardashians. You say
Hilton's. I don't get it. How we pronounce it?
No. I actually meant it was more like a word association. I wasn't
Hilton's.
sure. Hilton's,
That's a
what
thing.
you think of.
That's a thing I could say.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
There's no wrong answer.
They're all talented. Is the point? Oh, you were doing what is common about they're talented. Yeah.
No, I say Kardashians. Like some people would say skilled, or some people would say reality. There's no wrong answer. It's just word association.
Unnecessary.
We should have stayed with what was Hilton.
Just saying what the people are thinking.
Best concert event you've ever attended?
Oh man, Bruce Springsteen in Toronto. He blew my mind. He's 60 years old and he's like on his knees, like freaking out. Like I was tired.
Where was he?
He played at the Air Canada Centre. Yeah, I was like having like heart palpitations
So
watching
just
him.
recently?
It was like 2 years ago, 3 years ago.
Okay.
It was amazing. It blew my mind. And then he played Born to Run, and I actually went insane. Like I went crazy. I went nuts. I sang the song on stage with him, a la Courtney Cox.
But you didn't?
No, I didn't do that.
Okay. Mark O'Brien, you can guest star on any current television series. What one would it be?
In the world?
In the world.
Oh man, 30 Rock or Mad Men.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Wow, 2 totally different shows.
Yeah, but they're the best. They're the best. Or go back in time and be on Seinfeld. Can you imagine being on Seinfeld?
You would be great.
And you'd be one of the weird guys that they nickname. Be like, oh, he's the great. Oh man, he's the forehead guy. I hate forehead guy. Oh, forehead guy. And I keep showing up and I have like this like huge forehead, but like that's all. And like Elaine really likes me, but I have this huge forehead. She's like, Jerry,
but they call
I
it a
really
6
like
head, and
him.
Jerry calls it a 6 head.
Yeah, and he's like
much
more like a
bigger than
6 head.
forehead.
And then the crowd goes wild. And then she's like, and then he's like 6 head, and she's like, get out! And she pushes him, and then I come in at the time, and Kramer's friends with me all of a sudden.
And his sister's the low talker.
Yeah,
and she
and
sets her up.
low talk.
And he's really good.
And they're like, what's wrong with this man? And they're like, yeah, forehead guy. That'd be great. It could happen still.
Okay, and finally, our 10th question in the Insights in 10 Redux category. Best line from a movie ever.
Oh, it's I'm gonna curse. Can you beep?
Oh yeah.
There's a line in Network, which is this awesome movie, Peter Finch and Faye Dunaway, where William Holden says to Robert Duvall, he says, can I say the word? But you
Yeah,
can
I'll
beep
beep
it?
you.
You'll beep me?
Yep.
William Holden says, well, you. And then they're like, well, that's just it. It was actually her decision. And Faye Dunaway's like, and then William Holden's like, well, let's just say you too, Diane. I was like, whoa. I guess that's not that original, really. People say you all the time. Did I just curse again? I can do that, right? No, besides that, in Network, what? I'm just obsessed with Network. I didn't even watch it recently.
I love broadcast news. That's I would pick that over
I
Network.
want to see that.
Oh
really?
my God, it's so good.
Oh, Network. I'm mad as hell. I'm not going to take
Holly
it anymore. That's good.
I love Holly Hunter and William
she's
Hurt
good.
and Albert Brooks. And you've not seen it? What's
I've
wrong
never
with
seen
you?
it.
It's because you're too little.
He was good in Drive. Like, physically? What's going on? I think we just cleared the bar out. Oh, barkeep. Oh, barkeep.
You can watch this episode and all the other great Community One programming anytime you want. Simply click the on-demand button on your Bell Alliant fiber optic TV remote and follow the steps on your screen.
Well, that's going to do it from here in Halifax. The lovely Kristen Pellerin. The awesome Ellen Hocko.
Hey, how's it going?
Hey, what a great event.
It's fantastic.
Best fans in the world, eh?
Oh, it's awesome.
Best.
Awesome.
Thanks for chatting with us, and I guess we'll see you for season 6.
Yeah, thanks for coming out. It's so nice to see you.
Season 6.
Season 6. Give her.
Season 6.
See you there.